Once upon a time, in a quiet little village surrounded by tall mountains, there lived a 24-year-old young man named Marco. Marco was restless. His mind was always crowded with thoughts, coming and going like passing clouds. These thoughts made him feel uneasy and tired. He often felt sad about the past and anxious about the future. Because of this constant storm in his mind, Marco could not feel calm. He couldn't sleep well, and he had even forgotten how to smile. One day, Marco heard about a distant village high in the hills. People said that a wise old man lived there. He had once been a famous psychologist in the city and had helped many people find peace of mind. Now he had left the noisy city life behind and lived quietly close to nature. Sometimes, he shared his wisdom with those who came to seek it. Marco became curious and hopeful. Maybe this man can help me, he thought. So he decided to go meet him. After many days of a long and tiring journey, Marco finally reached the hilltop village. There, he found a small house covered in green vines. On the porch, the old man was sitting quietly, his eyes closed, looking completely at peace. Marco stepped closer and said softly, "Grandfather, my mind is very restless. I cannot stop thinking. I want peace in my heart. Can you help me?" The old man slowly opened his eyes and gave him a gentle smile. "So, you're searching for peace? Then come with me," he said. He led Marco to his small yard, filled a glass of water to the very top, and handed it to him. "Walk from here to the edge of the village and come back," he said. "But remember, you must not spill even a single drop." Marco was surprised, but he agreed. He held the glass carefully and began to walk. The road was narrow and busy. People were walking, shopkeepers were calling out, dogs were barking, and children were playing. But Marco kept his eyes fixed only on the glass. Step by step, he walked slowly and carefully. Finally, he returned to the old man and said proudly, "Grandfather, I did it. I didn't spill even a drop." The old man smiled. "That's good," he said. "But tell me, did you see the children playing? Did you hear the dogs barking?" Marco looked surprised. "No," he said. "I didn't notice anything. I was focused only on the glass." The old man smiled again and said gently, "That is the secret. When your mind stays in the present moment, there is no room for fear, no room for confusion, no extra thoughts. When you were walking, you were not sad about the past, nor were you worried about the future. Your mind was quiet." Slowly, Marco understood. This was the peace he had been searching for. Peace is not something we find outside. Peace is already within us. We only need to live in the present moment to feel it. Marco bowed his head and said softly, "Grandfather, now I understand. If I want to calm my mind, I must stay in this moment. That is when real peace comes." The old man smiled once more. The sun was setting, birds were flying back to their nests, and the last golden light touched the earth. Marco began his journey home. But now he was no longer the same restless young man. He had found peace within himself, because he now knew how to calm his mind.